For the players.
I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And this is For the Players, the PopCulturists PlayStation Podcast. With 40 years of playing PlayStation and 10 plus years that games many combined, I want to thank you for joining us in this PlayStation conversation.
This PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning at 8 a.m. on podcast services, including Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. I should mention now that we're in daylight savings times, all of those are in Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Adjust yourself accordingly. I'm not yet adjusted.
No, I'm fucking. That's when my opening bitch was about how it feels earlier in the day.
If you'd like to take part in future conversations with us, come and check out our socials: Facebook, Discord, Instagram, and X. All of those links can be found in the description below.
If you want to join the conversation as it happens, head over to twitch.tv/thepopcultures. We can watch us record this show live. We can jump in the chat and become part of the show. If you want to support the show, you can. Tell your friends, tell your family about this PlayStation pod. If you are listening to us on podcast service, be sure to give a 5-star rating and a written review. If you watch us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, comment below. I endeavor to answer every single comment. And if you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com/popcultures, as well as our merchandise store, popcultures.com/shop, where you can buy shirts and other assorted shit with our logos on it. But yeah, fuck daylight savings.
Yeah, we woke up last night to feed Ollie at like 1:30 in the morning, and then all of a sudden it was 3:30. I'm like, fuck, he took ages to drink that bottle of milk. And then Ollie's like, nah, daylight savings kicked in. I'm like, fuck this.
Lame. See, like, I woke up... Wait, what time does that mean I actually woke up then? Because, like, I woke up at like 5 a.m. being like, that's weird.
That 4 a.m.
Why am I waking up at 4 a.m.? Should be the other... Like, I thought it was the other way. So I got up earlier for no reason.
The benefit is now that at least it's going to still be dark when I get home from work, making it easier to fall asleep. Like, that's the one benefit to this daylight savings.
Yeah.
But it's also really hard to convince your child to go to bed when the fucking sun is still out.
Oh, it's hard. It's real hard. It's the worst. And as they get older, and even when they try to explain to them so they can understand it, they go, yeah, it's dumb. I'm like, yeah, it is. It's dumb. Not much I can do about it.
You know, it takes like 6 weeks to gain that fucking hour back.
Yep. 2 hours if you're me for some fucking reason.
Hey, man. How's
Good,
your week?
man. Good.
No?
Yeah. Nah, this weekend has been mighty good. And, well, we can talk about it because we talked about it on the socials. We can't go into details, obviously. But if you have been on our socials, whether it be mine or Max's or the PopC Twitter account or Xme, you would have seen that, yes, we have been kindly provided a review code of Marvel Spider-Man 2. It obviously comes out October 20th. The review embargo is 1 a.m. on the 17th of October. So we're playing it right now, and that's all that we can say. That's it. That's it. And it hurts because I want to talk about it, but I can't. But no, that's it. That's all I can say, and we'll keep it at that. It's exciting. Mute says, I thought it was the 16th. So it's 17th here in Australian time. So it's a worldwide embargo. So it's 17 here, because we're in the future, apparently. So it equates to, so 17th, 1 a.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, and then whatever the comparative is on the other side of the planet. Yeah, there you go. Funsies.
Only New Zealand beats us.
Just. And then there's that random island in the middle of fucking nowhere that, like, is the timeline.
It is the timeline.
Yeah, no, like, that's the first, it's this pissy little island that's the first one to, like, welcome in the new year, and they're, like, celebrating with, like, sticks and stuff. And they're like, yeah, Happy New Year. I'm like, how do you know? Like, aren't you the same island that Lost was filmed on or something? Chill out. One thing we will also be talking about, PAX is this weekend. PAX Australia. I'll be there all weekend. Max will be there Friday. We will be recording For the Players on the show floor as part of the Audio Technica booth. That's 5 p.m. Friday. So we'll be able to talk about the day one of PAX and stuff like that. But additionally, for something a little bit extra, if you are around, I am taking my work there as well because, I'm really good at just combining my hobbies and my work. So for those that may not know, I do work for a company called The Man Shake. It's a meal replacement shake that helps people lose weight. It helped me lose 40 kilos once. I gained some back. Shut up. Max used it to lose some weight. Probably gained it back too. Shut up.
At least it's here smashing Tim Tams and Chalky Milk.
Oh, yeah. Chalky Milk and a Tim Tam before the show even started. Just straight sugar. But yeah, so we'll be there. There's a session. We're working with a company called Go to Game. Everyone has heard of it, with Jack Hutto particularly. So Hutto had the initiative called Fit to Game with the Man Shake. So we have naming rights to the event, where there is a gym on South Bank just around the block. If you go there between particular times, you can register. There are PTs there who can run you through how to have a good routine is for what your goal is to be. And additionally, I'll be there to talk about the shakes and all that sort of stuff, and talk about how all the routine, blah blah blah, doing some side hustle while I'm there. But yeah, there's free samples, free gym shit. If you've ever considered, a health change or a health and well-being change, come say hey. It'll be good times. What?
No, nothing.
Health.
Ali just didn't want to interrupt, and subsequently has interrupted us.
And now we're drawing attention to it, so it's making it worse. Thanks, Ali. But yeah, go check it out. Go to go to game or go.game, which is their website, and you can sign yourself up and go. Got to go shake it off. Yes, you can at the Man Shake. Shake it off. There's also a fun fact. There is an ad that I filmed in the back end of 2021. Wait, back end of 22. With that song. It's me dancing around. It's very Olivia Newton-John's Physical. Got canned or never see the light of day. So suck it. This was before I got the job, though. I didn't get the job until June of this year, so I was just me doing my ambassador nonsense.
Maybe it's a good thing that I didn't see that video.
Yeah. Thank you to Foxtel for introducing me to that single. Yeah, it gets the mighty rounds on Foxtel. Speaking of, I think the NRL Grand Finals on tonight. We started about 45 minutes ago. I've got to pay attention for work because, the target audience of the Man Shaker fans of the sports, it seems. That's cool. But yeah, how you been, man?
Yeah, not too bad. It's my last week of pat leave.
Yeah, boo.
Back to work tonight. First night in 3 weeks, so it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's gonna be real hard because I've been going to bed at 9 o'clock at night.
At regular people times?
Fucking normal person. So my wife's rocking it solo with 2 kids tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everyone's chill. My daughter has not been chill today. She's been fucking nutcase.
Yeah, your tone implies not chill.
No, she went crazy when daylight savings started, so she's been a foul mood all day.
It's full moons, daylight savings, just being a child. It's all the things that just go shit.
I took her to Hammer Barn today, and she fucking lost her mind because I didn't have any stamps for her when we left. All she got was a fucking shitty ruler, and she's like, "This is the worst day of my life."
Oh, Bunnings! I'm what the fuck are you telling him? Wait, Bunnings have stamps and shit.
And then they didn't have what I wanted, so I had to go to another Bunnings, and she's like, "I don't want to fucking go in again. Please don't make me go in again." I'm like, "We have to go in."
But this one has stamps.
And she got 2 stamps this time.
Hey!
So she was way happier.
Yeah.
My kid also swore the other day. That was not ideal.
Oh, my kid swears all the time. He pulls me up.
Turns out it's my fault too.
Oh, probably.
Really. The other day we have a countertop bench, and we're all sitting at the bench watching hilarious fart videos on TikTok.
Good.
And my kid just out of nowhere is like, "Fucking Jesus." I'm like, "Whoa." And I'm like, "No, that's 100% Ali." And then the next, 2 days later,
you swear?
Someone blamed me for something, and I'm like, "No, I fucking didn't." And I quickly covered my mouth, and I'm like, "It's all right. Hadley didn't hear me." And she walks around the corner. She's like, "Yes, I fucking did." And I'm like, "Oh no."
See, my son's in this weird spot where he understands swearing and he gets it. He pulls me up for it all the time, but occasionally it slips for him too. If we've been watching ghost videos, whatever, and he gets scared, he goes, "Shit!" I'm like, "Hey, you swore." He's like, "No, I didn't. I got scared." I'm like, bullshit.
So,
You bullshit. You're fucking scared. You swore. He's like, you swore. I'm like, yeah, I did.
So yeah.
They're keeping me in check.
Do you need some help?
What's going on over there?
Ollie's getting a train ride, but we've got this stupid fucking carpet runner down our hallway that's just not wide enough to cover the bassinet.
Oh,
so
I can see in the peripheral. It's like,
so the wheels get fucking stuck on the carpet. It's frustrating. Good times. But yeah, it's my week. Nettie K's going home now.
Poor Nettie K.
I drove her to Keysborough yesterday in fucking Melbourne. That was fun.
Nice.
Dodged all the grand final traffic by just driving while the grand final was on.
Oh yeah, we didn't go outside. I probably should have. Would have been dead.
Did the whole trip during the game. Left just before the bounce. Got home about the fourth quarter.
Nice. Yeah. So
Kiss played.
Kiss played. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, that seems like the target audience for old football people that watch games and shit. And they all look so fucking old. I think, we can't complain, but the drummer's gained like 50 kilos. He's like he looks like Garfield. He's like a fat fucking cat. Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, I didn't watch it at all. I just saw clips on Twitter and laughed at it. But yeah, like we spent the entire game like having a water balloon fight outside because they've got those ones you can like screw into your tap and it like fills like 10 however many.
Yeah.
We went through like 5 of those fucking bundles. I think it's like 100 balloons. We just pelted each other for ages.
We set up the pool for Hadley before I left, and she refused to use it because it had a little bit of dirt in it.
Kids are the worst.
So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, but that's about what we've been playing. Obviously, can't talk about playing Spider-Man 2 because we have been, but can't talk about it. I lost my championship this week, Max.
Jeez, that was short-lived.
It was a short-lived. It lasted a whole week because we do a pay-per-view to pay-per-view. So, like, if I was leading at the pay-per-view, which I was, and then I lost, so now Craig is the new champion. We are 5 shows out from WrestleMania, so I'm going to shank him really hard, and then I will win. Because we have, for some reason, we've been playing the game without using like the power cards. We can fuck other people over, and I'm like, why haven't we been using these? Is it just kind of out of kindness? Because fuck kindness, I want to win. I'm gonna kill Craig.
Okay, that escalated real fast.
I'm gonna take out his most popular wrestler. I'm gonna charge everything double. He can eat all the dick because I was champ at the first season. I'm gonna have a heel turn. I'm gonna fuck him over. Phoebe in the chat, my partner, she goes, I'm not going well. All my people dead. Yeah, her stamina is fucked. Like everyone is unconscious.
So you know what happens? You now hold the power to determine who wins. If you know you can't win, you decide the winner. And you do everything in your power to screw someone over.
Am I third? I think I'm third. I don't remember. Either way, like I'm not going to jack Phoebe up. She's already in a shit spot. Craig has like all the money, and I'm just going to murder him.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, I've been playing a lot more Crew Motorfest. That game fucking rules. I'm swearing a lot today. I'm not really crank that back. That game is very good. I've done like 5 or something of the different playlists at the moment, which is just like, hey, you do a string of races like this. Then you jump to others. Hey, it's another string of races like this. So my original theory when I saw the maps was like, oh, cool. Are we getting a different island for each playlist? Nah, it's all the same one. I thought it was a really cool idea that didn't deliver, so that was fun. But yeah, I've done like the Japan one, the American Muscle one, the Porsche one. There's one for a guy named Donut. I skip most of the cutscenes because I don't care. I just want to race. The game looks fantastic, plays awesome. Really dig it. I like made all my cars purple because I have a problem. Yeah, and other than that, I haven't really played much else. Have you checked out more Crew this week?
No, I with it being my last week with Mum down, I kind of forewent playing video games apart from the aforementioned Spider-Man 2. Played a bit of Baldur's Gate 3, but nothing too serious. Still hammering away, still sitting in Act 3, biding my time, slowly killing everyone.
Nice. Oh!
Change classes again.
Oh, what are you now?
So I was a Warlock Sorcerer for the longest time, and then I got a pair of gloves that basically went, every time you deal unarmed damage, you will deal an extra 1d10 of force damage. I'm like, okay, I'm a monk now.
Unrelated,
So,
Kaiju Crush, fucking delicious. Not sponsored, but
I'm
we're open to it.
Yeah, so I'm now a rogue monk that can attack 10 times per turn
Nice.
for a minimum of 100 damage. It's beautiful.
Very good. I almost vomited in my lounge room today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So my son, when we, like I said, he's playing a lot of Spoods. And he's like, we're gonna play something else. Let's play something else, dude. Like, I loving it, but like we've done it. It's X amount of hours. Can we do something else? Let's play VR. You promised we'd play VR. I'm like, shit, I did. So we started playing. He was playing Tentacular, this squid arm game. He loves that shit. It was funny as hell. And then he goes, hey, let's play the Hello Neighbor game, but I don't know how to play it. Can you play it? I'm like, all right, sure. So it's Hello Neighbor Search and Rescue. Put it on. We played quite a hunk of it previously. And so I put it on, playing, absolutely fine. Very similar. I talked to the story about this, I think, around when the PSVR 2 came out. How I was playing Resident Evil Village, and then out of nowhere, I just went, I'm going to vomit. Same thing happened here today. I was like, cool, yep, done. And then it just went, and I was like, I got to take this headset off now because I'm just going to chunder. And like, it was almost like a share level costume change. I'm like, bam, bam, like taking this fucking sense controllers off, headset off, and I just like had to frantically like run to the bathroom. And my kid's like, what's up, Daddy? I'm like, I'm gonna vomit like real bad. You should get out of my way. So I didn't, but I was very close. It was very scary. Which is interesting because like I don't know, like, well, I think I don't have my VR legs again. Like, so when we first got the PSVR 1, played it enough that I could just plug it on, it would be alright. I've really only played, I haven't not played this since a couple months. Because we've got a Call for Firewall, which we still haven't messed with yet. I might this week. Because I know a friend of the show, Buddy Watson, he's coming down for the week for PAX. And he's hanging out at my place, and I'm sure he'll want to dick about with it, so that gives me an excuse to jump in. But yeah, if it makes me vomit, I'm probably less interested. But
Chicken and waffles?
Oh, hell yeah!
When's Buddy coming down?
Tomorrow.
Ooh.
So
Is he staying with you all week?
Yeah, up through until Thursday, and then I'm heading into the city. I think they're in the city as well. But yeah, either Tuesday or Wednesday, because Monday he comes in late. Hi everyone, this is when Max and I talk. We message occasionally throughout the week, but this is it.
Oh, dude, I totally played Payday 3 this week.
Oh yeah. So thank you to the team over at PlayOn ANZ for providing us a code for Payday 3. I have it installed, haven't touched it because I was going to. I finished Sea of Stars. I was ripping through Crew Motorfest, being like, all right, I've got to go through this backlog of code. Beautiful. And then next Payday would be my next one. Spider-Man. So, Max, how is Payday 3?
So, I managed to rally a crew together. I messaged Ryan. I'm like, hey, man, what are you doing tonight? I've got 3. We need 1 more.
It was GM
4-player
night.
game. Let's fucking go. And he's like, it's wrestling night. I'm like,
It's wrestling night, and I had my son, all right?
My response was still the same. So,
Your response was eat all the dick, and then he hadn't spoken to me until today.
Yeah,
Actually, no, I lie. He spoke to me once, being like, Spider-Man, and then that was it.
Yeah, I'm like, can you hurry up with putting it up? Put it down.
I really want to play it. Can you put it on there now? Thanks.
It's great.
Yeah?
It's so very similar to Payday 1 and Payday 2. It's the same style of game. It's a 4-player cooperative game where you progress through the levels to essentially heist different things depending on what the level is. I've done the first 3 levels. The first one is your standard heist. You kind of rob the bank. You break into the vault. You steal all the money. Next one was like a jewelry store. One of them was like a moving armored car. You had to like jack the car on a bridge.
That's fun.
It was kind of cool. Gone are the
How Fast and Furious?
Gone are like the predetermined roles where each person had like their own like special gimmick. You know, just everyone has access to kind of the same skill tree. Then depending on what skills you equip, that is how you roll.
So do you like? So very similar to Battlefield, which did the same thing. They went away with the class system, and then they kind of brought it back. So I found that it didn't incentivize me to want to play Battlefield, because what I loved about Battlefield was the specialist class. As in, like, well, you're the medic, you're this, I'm the assault, let's go. Like, let's plan, let's work together. And I felt Payday had that sense.
I mean, you can still have that if you're playing with people that you know, and you can be like, hey, I'm going to run this, so don't run the same shit. Or I'm going to bring in armor bag, so make sure someone brings in ammo, or make sure someone brings in health, because we're going to need it. The matchmaking sucks ass.
So I heard there's been some issues.
To make a private lobby, you have to matchmake into your own lobby, and then you can invite your friends.
Okay.
You can't just make a game, you have to matchmake into it. It's very bizarre. Game runs fine. I'm playing it on PC at the moment. I have it installed on the PlayStation 5. I haven't booted it up yet. The difficulty ramps so hard.
I found it did that.
So from normal we found to be too easy, and then we went one step up to hard, which was almost impossible.
And is there a one higher than hard?
There's two higher.
Ew. Okay.
Guns are fully customizable now, so as you level up, you can purchase more and more guns. Obviously, the money you have is predicated by how much you steal throughout your looting career.
Sorry, in the chat, MGB just says normal, hard, and fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there an easy?
Currently, maybe, but I think you get less money. Like, you get more money the higher the difficulty you do.
Oh, that's always tends to be the case.
So it incentivizes you to try like push your limits. So at the moment I'm running a shotgun and a pistol, which is great.
But you aren't messing about.
No.
Give me your Jules Badouge.
My shotgun's ridiculous. It's got a silencer on it and like a little scope. So I'm like running around.
Oh.
But yeah, it's very.
It's not how silencers work, but that's cool.
It's very similar gameplay to Payday 2. So you still, you've got the you can't interact with certain things until you put your mask on. But once you put your mask on, it puts the timer on, or the cops get alerted, all that stuff. So most of the levels you can play through completely incognito. If you're good enough, you can play that stealth route. Most of the time, someone fucks up, gets spotted, and then everyone has to put their mask on to try and save each other. Usually,
every time I played Payday 2, that's exactly how it went down. Where it's like, all right, let's be stealthy. Boo! Ah! Huh!
So, in the jewelry store robbery, which I think is like the second or third level.
Yeah.
One of the clues is to find the safe combination. It's the employee ID's number of the employee of the month, and the employee of the month photo is in the main room where everyone is. And one of the guys just fucking ran out there from the back room that we had snuck into. He's like, "Oh, I've got it," and got caught by every single guard known to mankind. And we're like, "Okay, well, there goes the stealth run."
Well, is it procedurally generated?
No.
So you could just run it again with the code?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, actually, I don't know if the codes change each time, but the level layout's the same. Like, the levels themselves aren't generated.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. I meant, the code.
I don't know. I haven't run that level again.
What was your code?
It's good fun. It's like 98 some.
Rad.
But you try and do it stealthy, and then, one person ruins it for the rest of us.
It's like life, really. Everything's going well. That one person ruins your day.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm having a blast with it. Hopefully we can get another 4-man together. Hopefully you're actually free. I'll try and organise it for on Thursday night. As long as
it's not Thursday or PAX, then we're good.
Yeah, so not this week at all.
Yes.
Well, you have guests all week.
That's fine. I told Buddy to treat it like a hotel. I don't care. Do what you want. So he'll do what he wants, and I'll do what I want.
Takes a dump in your sink and orders room service.
He just calls me and like, "Hey, can I get this?" I'm like, "What?" Maybe doesn't dump in my sink. Wait, what do you do? What do you do in hotels? I didn't even go there. It took me a second to go. Wait, Max poops in sinks?
No, he steals all your towels and shampoos. Takes your bathrobe.
Anything not nailed down, but he's like, yoink.
The Bible in your top drawer in your bedroom.
I probably should get one, shouldn't I? Just for that. He's leaving Upper Deckers and breaking TV remotes. Other than anything else?
No, that's it. Just
cool.
Payday and totally forgot that I played Payday because I think I played it last week Thursday and I haven't touched it since.
It was like 4 days ago, mate.
Yeah, mate. Time is a lie.
I understand that when you got babies, like time is in fact bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh, I re-downloaded Cyberpunk again because I was like thinking about it with the 2.0, and then I got code, so I was like, I won't play that now.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard interesting things.
I've heard that you need to wait for patch 2.1 for PlayStation 5 because the save status are all being corrupted.
Oh, that's amazing! Hey, it's a lovely 2.0. It's broken. 2.1, 2.15. That's awesome.
Apparently, it's just a PS5 issue. Apparently, all the save files are getting corrupted.
Well,
we'll fix it with the next patch. Apparently, it's just a PlayStation problem.
That feels a little snarky. So, you took us off the store. What do you get? What about you get the subpar version? Jokes on them. It's all the subpar version. All right, let's get into the section we call Inform the Players. We tell you about what happened this week in PlayStation. That's the French one.
We'll start with the essentials. These are the games coming to the essential playlist next month. The Callisto Protocol, PS5, PS4.
Good Sing is the dude that was like, well, I created this studio, and then he bounces, and then it's like, yeah, it's free now, I guess. I know these deals are like 6 months in advance, but like, it does look good.
Farming Simulator 22, PS5, PS4.
Game of the year, no.
And Weird West, PS5, PS4.
Yeah, cool. Callisto Protocol was cool. I wouldn't pay for it. You did, and then you returned it. It was fine. Like, the dodge mechanic was bumhole, and like it looked unnecessarily really good, but it played really heavy, but not in a compelling way.
And it just had no 180 quick turn, which really shit me off.
Yeah, and then because if anything attacked you that wasn't in front of you, you were dead. If there was two enemies, dead. If you thought too long, dead. It's bad. Yeah. Farming Simulator 2 is rad. I really enjoy those games, but they are like the hardcore sim, like not just the Stardew Valley. Hey, in 3 days you'll get crops. It's like a little bit cramped up. And Weird West is a really cool little CRPG, I think. We got a code for it ages ago.
It was
interesting.
I played heaps of it. I played heaps of it. It was what's that game that you were playing at the same time? That I
think I was playing Marvels.
That detective CRPG.
Oh, Disco Elysium.
Yeah, it's basically like the Wild Wild West Disco Elysium.
Yeah.
Comparison that I made, I think, at the time. I really enjoyed it.
It was good stuff. But yeah, it's fine. Once again, like the beauty of the essential list is you'll get games you've never played before. And Callisto Protocol, people are like, ew, that's really expensive for a very short experience. Now it's free. Yay. Farming Sims are very popular. There's esports of them now for some reason. And Weird West, I have a feeling people like may have caught their attention. But I think there's another game that came out around the same time that had something West in the name. And I remember connecting the two weirdly in my head and getting them mixed up. What was it? I don't know. I may have had a stroke. And then, yeah, so that's pretty cool. Here's some interesting news, though, Max. Oh, Jimbo. Crying Jim Ryan is retiring.
So he got his pension, now he's fucked off.
Yeah. So Sony has announced PlayStation boss Jim Ryan will be retiring from his role in March of 2024. That is the role of the CEO of PlayStation, the head of it, big old fancy pants.
Only of Sony Interactive Entertainment.
Correct. Yeah,
Not-
so
not
interactive
PlayStation only.
Yeah,
only of SIA.
To help with the transition, Hiroki Totoki, still one of the best names in the company, will assume the position of chairman of Sony Interactive Entertainment from next month. Quote, Mr. Totoki...
Just hang on, sorry. Before I'm just going to cut in because I forgot to put this in. Just before you go into it, Totoki is the COO of Sony Group Corporation, and he's keeping that role on top of being SIEs.
Look, if anything, that really tells you that C-level roles are useless, like are nothing. Because if you can have multiple C-suite roles at the same time, then how demanding are they?
Well, apparently he's just filling in until they find a more suitable CEO to run SIE.
So, do you want to do it? No. Find someone else. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Mr. Totoki will work closely with the Sony Group Corporation Chairman and CEO Kenichiro Yoshida and the management team of SIE to help define the next chapter of PlayStation's future, including the succession of the Sony Interactive Entertainment CEO role, a press release states. Jim Ryan's comment reads, quote, after 30 years, I have made the decision to retire from Sony Interactive Entertainment in March 2024. I've relished the opportunity to have a job I love in a very special company, working with great people and incredible partners, but I found it increasingly difficult to reconcile living in Europe and working in North America, he then continues. I will leave having been privileged to work on products that have touched millions of lives across the world. PlayStation will always be part of my life, and I feel more optimistic than ever about the future of SIE. I want to thank Yoshida-san for placing so much trust in me and being an incredibly sensitive and supportive leader. Ryan joined Sony in 1994 and worked his way up from the company, assuming various positions within the European branch of said company, and later Sony as a whole. Sony CEO Kenichiro Yoshida added, quote, Jim Ryan has been an inspirational leader throughout his entire period with us, but never more so than in overseeing the launch of PlayStation 5 in the midst of a global COVID pandemic. That extraordinary achievement made by the entire SIE team has been steadily built on, and PlayStation 5 is on track to become SIE's most successful console yet. I'm immensely grateful to Jim for all his achievements. Evil West, that's the one. Thank you, Puck. Max, you shook your head. What's your thoughts?
I shook your head because it's a well-known fact he's not a sensitive lover at all. He's incredibly rough.
He's on the record for just like hard effing, like disrespectful. That is not true. We cannot confirm whether either Jim Ryan or Kenichiro Yoshida or Hiroki Totoki are nothing but kind lovers that hug and spoon, little smooches on the neck.
I can't wait to see who's going to take his job.
It's Herman Holst, I'll tell you right now.
It's Herman Holst?
It's Herman Holst.
You reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
What's his current role?
Head of Worldwide Studios. He's head of first party.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Oh, no. Mute goes, really? I'm like, I don't know. I'm pulling it out of my asshole. But like...
I mean, it makes sense. It's a logical step up.
The way I think about it in terms of if I look at the structure, and then we'll talk about Jim. We'll talk about Jim Ryan first.
Or Shu's been doing a lot of stuff lately. Maybe he's coming back.
Nah, Shu was head. The most Shu did was head of Worldwide Studios, and it would be cool. The thing that I think's important for what PlayStation need moving forward is, now look, Jim Ryan been there for 30 years. Rad. Dope. Everyone seems to forget that. I totally forgot that until it read. So I went, oh yeah, no, he totally has. That he is a businessman through and through. Like, you've seen how he holds a controller like a dingus. This motherfucker's never played a game in his life, right? So, not saying that's important. Like, there are incredible people that run various businesses that have never done what that business sells. But within the gaming space, when you had people like Sean Layden, who was in the similar role, where you know he cared because he started as a developer, like he came all his way up to the top from dev. Even Phil Spencer, for all his inability to not lie all the time, he plays games. You can tell. Yeah, he's legit. And
he speaks fluent corporate.
He speaks fluent 2 words at the same time. But as is Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan also fluent in talking 2 words at the same time. So I think it's important that whomever takes this role can be someone that is a desirable, not desirable as in like, ooh, let's make him hot. Let's get the hottest fucking C-suite exec that PlayStation have. No, it's got to be someone that's connected to the gaming culture. So hence my belief that it should be Herman Holst. Step on up, because I believe he could be a great face for PlayStation. Because Jim Ryan, for all he could do, is a horrible face of a company. He's not very personable, and like he's not very good. So Herman Holst goes up. Neil Druckmann becomes head of first parties. I don't think that'll happen though, because I think Neil's too invested into Naughty Dog. But I think you take the person that's delivered the most successful PlayStation first party studio, the person that's the most successful PlayStation first party games. Why not have them oversee it? So much so that you got to remember, Druckmann has also overseen the transmedia initiatives with the Last of Us TV show. So he gets it, he understands it. I don't see him heading into that head of Sony space, because I think he needs to be in that creative space. He's very much a creative. But Herman Holst, like from what it appears, Worldwide Studios is kicking butt. So why not? But the only downside is then who takes over Naughty Dog? I don't know, because Straley just left. So like, they'll have someone else in there. Get Cory Barlog in there, why not? Or bring Shuhei Yoshida back. I saw Jack Trenton mentioned in the chat. Get Gio Corsi back. So get Sean Layden. He's hanging out at Tencent or whatever.
He's never coming back from Tencent.
No, he makes so much money. But wait, what's your thoughts on that, Max? Do you think that checks out? Is the math good?
I mean, the math is good. It makes sense from a logical standpoint. Is that going to happen? Maybe.
But it's also very likely they pull someone that isn't a notable name. Like, that's completely going on my position that whoever should be a notable name.
At the end of the day, it does depend on where they want to take this.
Correct.
If they're looking to push it further as a business perspective, then they're going to get someone more business minded than that of someone who's comes from the gaming space. But we'll see what happens.
And that's the difference, right? Because if we think about, like, for me, I think of PS4. Like, PS4 was such an incredible time to be a PlayStation hardcore fan, right? Because you had all these relatable heads of the companies or heads of their departments that you felt connected to. And that makes it feel instantly less like a corporation. It makes it feel personable. So as before, like Apple now, everyone cares about the product, but no one cares about Apple, the brand, right? In the same way that when Steve Jobs was alive, everyone was invested. You think about when Virgin Air, whichever, when Richard Branson was the big fucking face of that thing, everyone's like, oh, it's so good. And of course, the backlashes as well when you have like Elon Musk and Twitter and Zucks and Meta. It can either work really well or work really bad. And I think for the last run, as much as I think Jim Ryan had done such a really good job in terms of keeping PlayStation production strong, as well as delivering, or the strongest you could in a pandemic, while also, releasing quality games, etc. Partly, but I would argue a lot of those things were in place from the likes of Sean Layden and the team heading in. He kind of just rode the back of all them. And then, because once again, the future of PlayStation first party at the moment are live services. That's the Jim Ryan initiative, and apparently everyone's like, we don't want to do it. So maybe, and he also fought. He did his, he came in and he fought the good fight during this current Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard. He did what had to be done, and I think as a business-minded person, being the one that goes in and goes, worked in his favor. And he did what he had to do as the CEO of PlayStation, of Sony Interactive Entertainment, right?
For sure.
But yeah. Plus, I don't really think people really give a shit out of the hardcore at all.
Well, you brought up the past earlier. Reminiscing about your PlayStation 4 times. Do you remember back to 2011
Yeah. Oh shit. Hang on. Wait. What is it now? 2023. I
12 years
am
ago.
34.
12 years ago.
My early 20s, probably. Actually, 2011. So that was PS3. That was around about the time I think you, myself, and a bunch of mates smash COD all the time, and then we had such a good time until the servers got
Christmas
smashed.
2011, and PlayStation Network went down for 23 days.
It felt longer than that.
Because I think it was 23 days. I may be pulling that.
I think it was like 6. I think it was like 6 weeks, dude.
I may be pulling that number out of my ass, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was like 6 weeks. It was a long time.
It's happening again. A ransomware group by the name of ransomed.vc claims to have compromised
what they do?
All of Sony systems as reported by Cybersecurity Connect. Ransomed.vc is aiming to sell the data. Quote, we have successfully compromised, set in context, because they fucking misspelt it, all of Sony systems. We won't ransom them. We will sell the data due to Sony not wanting to pay. Data is for sale.
Language, English, not their first language, it seems.
Apparently, the group backs up its claims with some, quote, proof of hack data, which includes screenshots of an internal login page, PowerPoint presentations, Java files, and a file tray, which apparently consists of fewer than 6,000 files. Cybersecurity Connect notes it seems low for, quote, all the Sony systems.
Correct.
The group has not listed a price, but provided contact information and has issued a, quote, post date of the 28th of September 2023.
Oh, that's gone!
It's gone. Cybersecurity Connect presumes this is when ransomed VC will share the entire leak wholesale if a buyer isn't found beforehand. Usually, ransomed VC considers itself not just as a ransomware group, but a, quote, ransomware as a service organization. It claims to be a, quote, secure solution for addressing data security vulnerabilities within companies and operating in strict compliance with GDPR and data privacy laws.
Yeah, because within the rules and the laws is blackmailing companies to give you money. That's well within the laws.
Its website states, quote, in cases where payment is not received, we are obligated to report a data privacy law violation.
That they did!
Agency. There was an update on the 26th of September. Sony put out a short statement regarding the recent report about an alleged ransomware attack on the company.
We don't negotiate with nerds. Quote, signed, delivered.
We are currently investigating the situation and we have no further comment at this time. Apparently, Google searches for how to delete a Sony account has gone up 217% since this.
Look, everyone, calm your tits. 6,000 files is not enough. They have a PowerPoint presentation. I have many of them. Would you like them? Like, a PowerPoint presentation is nothing. Like, I see about 17 of them a week at my job. 6,000 files is barely our SharePoint, right? Like, that is nothing. Unless those files are like, here is all the passwords in one document. And if that's the case, look, we know Sony's backend is trash. But it's not trash enough that everyone's password is in one Excel document. And everyone's credit card information is in another Excel, or in a Word doc. It's in a Notepad doc even, so even formatted correctly. No chance. Look, they may have some information, cool, but there is no chance that 6,000 files is enough to be worried about. And yeah, look, the threat reads like an 11-year-old. So that in itself isn't something that should be terrifying. Because if someone has the skill set to hack into the back end of a company and gather this data and connect to laws, etc., then why are they reading like they're illiterate? We comply with all laws. Can you read them? No. Clearly not. Because the hypocrisy in we provide laws then blackmail people, these are children. Or just absolute shysters. Just put your two-factor on it just in case. But you should already have it anyway.
Add one to the end of your password.
Yeah, and then an @ symbol. Or $sign. Are you worried, Max?
Not at all.
No. Fact, seeing as the day has passed, and Sony had a statement that went, nah. Like, especially after the race, you know, as a 2011, it was. Did Puck come in with the fact? Because Puck's our good fact checker. Did it come in?
Yes, it was 23 days. I fucking nailed it.
It wasn't just
Get around me.
Was it only 23 days?
Puck is always correct. Fuck you, and he agreed with me.
It was. Oh, I thought it was way longer than that. Oh well. Maybe because it was over Christmas break, it just felt longer.
That's 3.5 weeks over Christmas. Like, it's a long time.
Yeah, and they gave us free games. I got Infamous and Dead Nation.
Maybe it wasn't Christmas. Puck's like, it was in April, you dumbass.
No. Back then, it used to go down over Christmas all the time because people would just...
everyone would get new consoles.
People would just try to use it. Like, not even do anything malicious. Just try and use it, and it would crumble. Like, it was held together by, like, spit and paper clips. Like... The Sony backend is garbage. Hopefully it's better now, but like it's pretty shit. Like it's one of those where if you think about like websites, right? Like they were built in like 1984, and then they just rather than rebuild it every time because it's difficult, they just keep layering and layering on layering on it, and then you realize there's code that's connected to something that you can't change or ever edit because it's so heavily linked into everything else. Like it was bad. Like it hasn't gone down in a very long time, so I hope things are better now. Just the overall infrastructure could be better, but there you go. So yeah, don't freak out, everyone. You're cool. Oh, dude, imagine now though if you couldn't even ping the server. Everyone's got digital games. Like all mine are digital. That'd be horrible. What a horrible time to be alive. Maybe I should be scared. Nah. Quick bits! Devil May Cry is next on the Netflix anime list. Teaser trailer available now.
Yeah, it's being produced by the guys who did Castlevania Netflix series. So,
I heard that was pretty good. I haven't watched it yet because I don't really care too much about Castlevania. But apparently, like, if anything, you know, everyone is a bit sexy in Devil May Cry. From memory, it's one of those everyone's like super sexified.
Yes.
So, like, a super sexified anime would be pretty cool. I don't know.
Right, your weeb, calm down.
I've never watched anime in my life. And I'm like, oh, let's make him sexy. That's pretty much the go-to in the weebness, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
A new state of play rumors, of course they are circulating after an image of Hideo Kojima editing a video with a title that appears to say State of Play DS2 trailer. However, it's heavily blurred. It's Game Awards, you dickheads. They're like, oh, there's no other things. Nothing happens at the end of the year. Game Awards. Jeff Keighley, Hideo Kojima. They snug. You want to talk about intimate lovers before? Very sensual lovers? Kojima and Jeff Keighley are like deep.
No.
Deep in each other.
It doesn't say Game Award trailer. It says fucking State of Play, okay?
That's very misleading. And
actually,
plus...
I don't think it says that either. It's blurry as fuck.
Yeah,
you cannot
and look, if they were to do something towards the end of this year, it would not be a state of play. It would be a showcase because they do showcases at the back end of the year to tell you what's happening for the next 18 months, telling you why you should buy a PS5 this Black Friday and or Christmas. So like, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, also Kojima does not speak English as his first language. So like, why the fuck would he name all these save files in English?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be in some sort of kanji? You would assume so, right?
Yeah, who knows?
I don't know. That seems a little too on the nose. If he is editing a trailer, and we know he is, because he's always working.
And he's always editing trailers.
That's what he does. That's why there were so many for days.
It's probably the same trailer that he's been editing for the last 3
It'll likely be like Death Stranding, where it's like, this trailer's really cool. Wonder if it's earlier in the game. Nope, it's the final sequence of the game. But you had no idea because it had no context. So that's what this is. It's Game Awards, Death Stranding 2, Norman Reedus will be in it, looking all like weirdly dirty yet attractive at the same time. Not Dakota Fanning. Elle Fanning, because they had D, so they went to E. E, and the other one. Other people that are in it. Mads is back, I assume. Actually, I don't know if that's true or not. I may have made that one up. Game Awards. Fuck was it? Oh yeah, and then like Phil Spencer rocked up there as well. And there's that awesome picture that I didn't see until our buddy Joel messaged it to us. And it's like Phil Spencer looked like he's holding in his shit, and it's like the best picture I've ever seen because it's like the hard. He's like, oh, like this flight to Japan. I'm like bowels are exploding. It's a great picture. Sure, check it out. Make it your profile picture. It's awesome. Oh crap! There's more quick bits. Eric. Epic Games are set to lay off almost 900 employees, according to a Bloomberg. But apparently, they've already done it. A bunch of layoffs this weekend.
Yeah, apparently.
It's already happened.
Apparently, the Fall Guys team got hit hardest.
They were the Fall Guys. Ooh, brutal. Play on words. Me hitting it out of the park. Wow, my meds have hard worn off. It's rough. It sucks. Losing your job is balls. As you know, I've been made redundant once in my life, and it was horrible.
You'd think those Fortnite microtransactions would be enough to keep everyone in their job.
But like, it's one of those things as well. Epic makes a stack of coin, whether it be through the Epic Game Store, whether it be Rocket League,
V-Buck,
whether it be Fortnite, whether it be just Fortnite as a whole, V-Bucks. Fall Guys, well, I know it dropped off pretty hard, like after it was PS Plus game, and then when every platform became free, it's like I'm sure people play it. Maybe not as much money as it was, but like, yeah, losing your job sucks bum. Sucks bum so hard, and I don't know how to say it the other way. Really, it just sucks. And like, we do wish them all the best. And it's interesting This is an issue with capitalism as a whole. When you've got heads of these companies making millions of dollars a year, and people are having to like fight for their job, be on contract, or get laid off, there's a disproportion of power. It's horrible, and hopefully they can find work. Hopefully, but in the economy as it is right now, I remember that. What was the name of that dude that headed up Nintendo that one time when the Wii U didn't do sales? He actually slashed his pay. Be like that guy. Fuck, I should remember his name. I'm sure he had a really popular name too. He was a good dude.
I think he's still there.
Didn't he die? No, that's another guy. Be that guy, dead or alive. I don't know. Oh, I feel like my really nice thing has kind of turned on me because I forgot what I said. But yes, capitalism's gross. I love capitalism, but I also hate it. This one's fun. PS5 exclusive Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake has had its videos removed from the internet, causing some to speculate the health of the title after it got canned. Satoru Iwata. Yeah, Iwata. Thank you, Reverend Park. Park fact checker. I love it. Causing speculate the health of the title, and remember it did change studios at some point. And Sony has stated the reason is due to a music license expiring. What? The music in that trailer was Star Wars music for a Star Wars game. If the license to your Star Wars music in your Star Wars games expired, that is a much bigger problem than videos going missing.
To be fair, maybe they licensed it assuming that the game was going to come out within time.
But then what happened to the trailer after that? Like, there are still trailers for games that came out 15 years ago on the internet. Do they just have licensing agreements? Like, oh yeah, we probably should keep that old trailer up. So can we renew that license? No! We should be concerned. This game has traded studios. It's been in production for like the hell long time. The studio that was doing it was Aspire, and they're a support studio at best. You've seen a teaser that's purely, completely CGI. Haven't heard dick since. It all gets removed. It's not good. It's not good news. It's not good news for the old Knights of the Old Republic. I had something else I wanted to say that was snarky, but I forget what it was now. Aspire are doing Tomb Raider, says Mute. Be scared for Tomb Raider. Upcoming titles.
Tomb Raider also getting a Netflix adaptation, I believe.
Who is Tomb Raider?
Also an anime, I think.
Oh, nice. Well, I saw the trailer. I watched the trailer for the remake. She's lost her pointy boobies. And the internet seems really sad about it. It's a shame.
It's almost like, graphics have come a long way.
Yeah.
We can now have round objects. Fucking points everywhere.
Imagine the amount of people in like 97 or just hard pounding their little weenies to like Lara Croft's pointy boobs. Like, you know what's hot? Polygonal titties.
Polygonal titties.
That's right. I played bass in Polygonal Titties. Really good band. That's going to be my stripper name. Welcome to the stage, Polygonal Titties. And I have those and it's just me, but those really old, like, 1950s bras that are like those brassieres that are like fucking, very Madonna-esque, actually. I am 100% going in the very wrong direction. Max, games are coming out this week.
Games are coming out.
I am a mess.
Starting tomorrow. We have Trepang 2 coming to PS5 October 2nd.
That's not a word. Puck applauds that joke. Don't enable me, Puck. Don't.
We have enable us in the right way.
By downloads and telling us your friends, please.
Pixel Ripped 1995 PS5 October 3rd.
Oh, I've been Pixel Ripped. Good times.
Scorn is finally coming to PS5 October 3rd. The Assassin's Creed Miragi PS5 PS4 October 5th.
Isn't that like a Japanese rice dish, like chicken kuragi? Isn't that the old karate master and the Karate Kid? Miragi.
It's Miyagi.
It's racist.
I'm actually really keen for Assassin's Creed Mirage.
Yeah, me too. Like legit. Like throw back to the old. Like I quite liked Assassin's Creed 1. Like, I hated it, but I liked it. Like if they can take the sensibilities of the new ones, and kind of bring some of that old back, it's sweet. That's right.
Cricket 24 official game of the Ashes.
Couldn't give a PS4. Fuck about this game in the slightest. The sport sucks, and I guarantee the game sucks.
NHL 24 PS5 PS4.
Yeah, it's game 6th.
Sword Art Online Last Recollection PS4 PS5 October 6th.
That sounds like a Max game.
Yeah. No, not at all.
What? Sword Art Online?
Try the demo. I'm not a fan. The animation's off. It's like it's an uncanny valley of they've almost got the character model right, but he's just a little bit wrong, and it's not right.
Rad.
And Sky 7 Vows of the Virtualist PS5 PS4 coming October 6th.
Vows of the Virtualist.
Comes out October 3rd if you're in the US.
Aren't you a Disgaea? I'm pretty sure you're a Disgaea person.
I played 5.
You played 5 whole Disgaeas? That's pretty impressive. Oh no, number 5.
They too can be a little bit hit and miss.
I'm sort of a fan. I've played 5 of them.
I've just played 5.
Thank you for the correction. Because all the people that watch this show would be like, Max didn't clearly specify whether he played 5 or number 5. Like, no one has ever written in, period, and or corrected shit like that. The answer to play this week is Trepang.
The YouTube comments are going to explode this week.
The answer is Trepang. Everyone should play Trepang. I don't know what it is. I didn't play the first one, so I guarantee the second one's going to rule.
It's clearly pixel ripped.
Oh, look, I'm going to get pixel ripped after this, you know what I'm saying? You know?
Or Cricket 24.
No, the answer is Miragi.
Mirage. I'm actually really keen for it.
Yeah, I'll play Mirage.
Mirage.
Beautiful. Well, there you go. That was a hot mess of an episode, but thank you for joining us for this week's episode of For the Players. Once again, as we say each and every week, time is the most precious thing we have in this world, so thank you for choosing to spend it with us for some reason. We have fun. We do this, but yeah, if you do listen, if you enjoy, remember 17th of October, our Spider-Man 2 review will be going live. Max and I will have a hopefully an episode of More the Players ready to go that will drop as it goes live. That should be exciting, and then there'll be some gameplay footage. My son and I played. We did a Let's Play together. It's adorable. You'll love it. I got to give him I bought him the Spider-Man PS5 controller secretly, and I've had it for since it came out. And I was going to wait until I got the game so we could play it together. And then obviously getting the code early, I was sick. So I recorded us on camera of me giving him the controller, and it blew his mind. You just wait until he sees, until we pick up the collector's edition on the 20th, and I can just show him 19 inches of Venom. Rock that kid's world.
Also, don't forget, next week's episode will be live on Friday night.
Yeah, I will upload it on Monday as normal.
Yeah.
But Max and I will be recording it on, so there will be no Twitch stream because we'll be on the floor of PAX. But if you are at PAX and you do see us, come say hey. I'll be running around.
Press your boobies on the screen.
Yeah, show us your polygonal boobies. Just push them up against the window, but not too hard, because if they're polygonal, they might like scratch the window and or pierce the window, and that would be a whole thing.
In case of emergency, polygonal titty to the glass.
Okay. Oh, so if you like crash your car, you're like, oh, I'm trapped in my car, and next thing you know, you're out. You're saved.
Good times.
Were they?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, no, come see us at PAX. We'll have a ton of fun. Good times.
Yeah. Yeah, the Reverend
Friday's show will not include fact checking, no, because Puck won't be there, so expect it to be a hot mess. Like right now.
It also won't include a news doc, so yes, it will be a fucking.
Yeah, we'll just remember what happened this week, and it'll likely be about what is on the floor at PAX. The difficulty is PlayStation aren't there. Win. So it'll be fun.
You know who is there? Who? Fucking Nintendo.
Yeah, elephant.
And play some Elephant Mario.
Yeah, Mario with his trunk hanging out. Yeah. No, like, it should be cool. Like, I know EA's there and a couple of booths. I assume Ubi will be there in some capacity. Firestar are there, so you see, you can play your Sonics. The Yakuza game will be there. The bunch of cool indies. I've booked in time to go chat with the team over at Broken Roads. The team at Drop Bear Bites and their game Broken Road, which is the CRPG set in Australia. Think old Fallout Tactics is coming to PlayStation, and the studio is like down the road. They're in Torquay, so I'm gonna be like, hey, you live near me? Let's do something cool. Let's play your CRPG. What else have we got? I've booked in something else. I forget what it was. That's not like it's not redacted. I just totally forgot. It's called like a dragon says Mute. Hey, Mute. Twitter isn't called Twitter anymore, but I call it Twitter. So, like, I'm the old guy that refuses to change. I've dug in, I've set in my ways, and I will not change.
Which is interesting because you use the change name as if it's the original.
Actually, no, yeah, it isn't like a dragon, it's an original name. Like, isn't that, and then they just called it Yakuza here in the West because...
When they westernized it,
yeah,
they're like, Yakuza's
you know what, Mute? I take it back. You're technically correct. The best kind of correct. All right, Max, let's get out of here.
All right, everybody. This PlayStation conversation happens every Monday morning at 8 a.m. on podcast services, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and 9 a.m. on those YouTubes. If you'd like to take part in future conversations with us, come and check out our socials, Facebook, Discord, Instagram, and Twitter, or X. All of those links can be found in the description below. And if you're at PAX weekend, next weekend, come say hey.
Yeah, Max will be there on Friday. I'll be there all weekend. I'm taking my partner, Phoebe. She'll blow her brain because it's too much nerdiness. And she'll be like, this room smells like body odor. I'm like, it does, doesn't it? Welcome to PAX. If you want to join us as the conversation happens, head over to twitch.tv/PopCulturists. We can watch us record this show live, where you can jump in the chat and become part of the show. If you want to support the show, you can. Tell your friends, tell your family about this PlayStation Pod. If you are listening to us on podcast service, be sure to give us a 5-star rating and a written review. If you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. I endeavor to answer every single comment. And if you want to support us financially, you can at patreon.com/PopCulturists, as well as their merchandise.popculture.com/shop, where you can buy shirts and other assorted shit with our logos on it. But until next week, I'm Ryan Betson.
I'm Max Cooper.
And that was for the players. I really should have my short acting Ritalin before I do these, because I am chaos. Hopefully it's entertaining at least. It's not.
It is for me.
Well, that's good. At least one person's excited.